I remember when I got my first client that paid me good money, and the first client that actually paid me my first $100. I was excited because finally, after putting in so much work, the internet has actually paid me money. All of my days laboring, trying to work and get international clients to pay me money, to finally feel that this thing is real because I've been talking about it, and my family and friends, loved ones have just been looking at me, all the sleepless nights trying to learn, trying to, just implement on certain things that I learned online, on YouTube especially, so that I could finally make some money that I've been seeing a lot of other guys do online. And they've been looking at me like, when is this going to happen, when is this going to work? And I could also remember for the fact that that time I was a student, in the university, and so most times I wouldn't want to go to lectures because I just want to sit and make sure this works. So sometimes when I'm in the class and the lecturer is teaching, I just look at the lecturer and just wonder like, how much is this guy even earning? Like, this guy is just out here wasting my time because I could be using that time to implement and make things work for me. And so after going all through the stress of classes, lectures, I'll go back to my hostel, go implement, and finally I was still a university undergraduate. I got paid $100 for a simple work that I was going to do. Now I wanted to make the big money, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. I had charged someone before, and they just laughed at me. Some people just blocked me because they felt like, who are you? As soon as I introduced myself and they asked me like, where are you from? I said Nigeria. Boom, they just blocked me. And after going through all of that, I just finally got paid $100. It wasn't big money, but honestly it meant the whole world to me then, because finally this thing that I've believed, this thing that I've been able to put in a lot of work, I don't want to say a little bit of work, a lot of work into, finally paid me. And I knew that that was just the beginning of something great, that if I could stay at it, this same thing, this same internet, this same social media is going to pay me $10,000 and even $100,000. And it happened, my bro. It happened, my sis. It did happen. Finally, December 2023, I made my first $10,000. After hustling and bustling and working my ass off, I finally got paid, $10,000. And I mean in cash. It felt like the whole world just turned, upside down for me. I mean, for good anyways. And so that taught me a lot of lesson. And it taught me that consistency really pays at the end of the day. Although, consistency in the right thing, in the right direction. And so that, went on to be my first big major deal that really changed my life. I was able to move out of my, dad's house, go live. Like I did a whole lot of things. I went visiting certain places, I had a vacation. Like, I did enjoy my life, and it finally paid off. And what happened was, I found out that making $1,000 wasn't hard anymore. Like, in a month I could just average, I could remember that time the least I made was like $700 in a month. And that was because I just didn't want to do anything, because I had money. And also that's one of the downsides with making money. As soon as you start getting bread, you become lazy or complacent, and you don't want to get there, because I'm coming to that part where I really got broke. Like, I was really broke, and I started to question what got me here, how did I get here. And the honest truth was, I wasn't working as I should. I wasn't working the way I was before. That got me to my first $10,000. I also remember for the fact that I did my first $50,000 in revenue, like in closed deals, for myself, not for a client this time, for myself. And I was like, how did I now move from that point down to this point where like I don't have money, and it's almost like I'm clueless where money is going to come from. And so I sat down and I had to tell myself the honest truth. I was complacent. I wasn't consistently working like before. And it's a no-brainer why I'm here, why I'm where I am without money, broke. And so I don't even know what to say to you watching, listening to this. You probably are just starting out like me a while ago while I was in university. And it might look like it's an endless journey of hoping and hoping that this thing works. Like I said, if you're actually, on the right track, on the right path, on the right direction, honestly, what you need is to actually be consistent. Just be consistent. And this is no motivation or something. Just take it as an advice from an elder brother. And I don't mean like age-wise. I mean, I've seen it. I've been where you are. So I can tell you, it only gets better. And just in case you don't even have the right vehicle, you're not on the right path, right? You can slide into my DM and let's have a quick chat. And I'm just going to tell you what you need to do right now, especially in this, AI revolution and, with all the buzz and all. A lot of people are confused. They don't even know what to do, right? I can point you in the right direction. And if I can help, we can go a little bit more further, to help you get started so that you know that what you really need to do at this particular point is to be consistent. And there's no way you'll be consistent on the right path and you're not going to make it. Like, you will make it. Is inevitable, right? Consistency, you do a lot of, numbers, volume, you will definitely make it. And secondly, if you're like me, who at some point you start making money and, you just allow it to get over your head and you stop working, the consistency dies. Honestly, you will be broke. I don't care if you're making $100,000 in a month. I've seen people go broke. And I thought it was like, in fact, I could remember this day, I had a lot of money in my bank account and I just made some investment here and there. And so I was like, whoa, I will never be broke again. Like, I was so proud of myself. I was so sure that I was never going to be broke because what are you saying? How is this money going to finish in my account? Even if it finishes or I exhaust it, I have this investment, I have this, I bought that. Honestly, looking back, I just laugh at myself, not knowing that this is also why I see billionaires still working, because there's no amount of money that is inexhaustible. Like, no amount of money is inexhaustible. Pardon my English. There's no amount of money that is inexhaustible. So if you think, oh, you've got something, bro, keep working. Keep grinding, bro, because don't take any days off. I mean, you can take a day off, go chill, go relax, but never working because you feel like you have money. That's a trap, bro. That's a trap. So you don't want to be there, honestly, because at some point, the whole work ethic and, the energy you have for the work and, the things it's all going to fade off. And once it fades off, honestly, getting right back with, the same energy working and getting the money, like, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to take you time. That's, of course, if you're not already thinking of pivoting, because most people just pivot to other things because they feel like this thing is not working again. Bro, it's still going to work. Because, see, the easiest part for you is, or the easiest thing you can do is, or the easiest way you can actually make money again is to go do what you did before. If it worked before, then it's definitely going to work again. That's the truth. If it worked before, then it's definitely going to work again. If it worked last year, last month, last week, then it's definitely going to work again. What you need to do is to double down on that same thing. And you're probably making money now, $500, $2,000, $3,000. I don't care. $100,000. Double down on what is already working. And as soon as you're consistent enough, you're going to make 10 times much more than you're making now. And this is how you win against poverty. This is how you win, the game. Honestly, there are business owners probably listening to me now. You can look at your organization, your business. Look at the month where you made the most revenue. What did you guys do? What were the strategies you implemented that got you the result? Those are the things or the strategies you're supposed to double down on, and not to go looking for the shiny thing, like Alex Omozi says, the lady on the red dress. Don't. That's one way to kill your business, because the more you keep, adjusting and just focusing on the noise, and honestly, that's one way to stay broke. That's one way to never be rich. Okay, so once you get the right vehicle, once you're on the right path, you're moving in the right direction, the next thing you need to do or get is to be consistent. And as soon as consistency starts to produce results, meaning you start making money, the next thing you want to do is not pivot or not look elsewhere. Like, that's not the time to diversify. Don't let anyone fool you. That's not the time to diversify. that's the time to actually double it until you're able to 10x the income you have currently, or that you start making at that time. Don't pivot, don't diversify, double in, make 10 times more until you get to the point where you know that this stream of income is actually established and it's making you money. Then you can pivot, knowing that regardless of you pivoting or diversifying, this guy here, this stream of income is still going to work. Okay, you double down, make 10x, then you can now begin to look at something else, diversifying, pivoting to something else that is going to work. And can I give you an advice? If you want to pivot, okay, don't go very far off from what you're already doing. Like the business model or the stream of income that you want to pivot into, if it's going to take much of your time and attention and it's going to require for you to focus, what you don't need to do is look elsewhere or look at your business model or stream of income that is totally different from what you're currently doing, because it's going to make you forget this other one that is established already, that is making you money. And you're going to begin to channel your energy into that, and before you know, this dies and this is barely even working, because you're trying to make that work. This is already working, so you're supposed to put all your attention on this. Let's say you're trying to diversify, so give this guy 80 to 90% and then give this guy 10%. But I don't even advise that anyways. What I advise you to do is, if you want to pivot, if you want to diversify, and that business model or stream of income actually requires your attention, your energy and all of that, make sure it is something that connects or that aligns or somehow is not far from what you're already doing, because that way you can actually channel your energy, and it's all going to revolve around that same thing, and that's how you get to see more and more results. I hope this makes sense. Me just yapping here, trying to help the underdogs come out and make it and be big. I'm trying to be big. I'm not big yet, honestly. Okay, so let's go win, my bro. Let's go win, my sis. So I'm not what they call it now. But anyways, everyone out there, let's go win. Okay, let's be inevitable this week. Let's go.